This is the most disgusting combo available in the Emerald Dream. And of course, it's in the Priest class. I gotta be honest with you guys, I preferred the other meta. I really did. And I'll say this boldly because if we take a look at HSReplay, I don't really feel like a lot has changed other than us making Armor Demon Hunter and Murmur Shaman completely irrelevant, while Shaman and Warlock are sitting at a 41% win rate, next to Warrior sitting at a 47% win rate, and we still have Hunter, Paladin, and Priest ruling the game as of right now, with Hunter doing exactly what you think it does, Paladin actually getting some tree Paladin support, as well as like some Menagerie Paladin that's becoming popular. Not too sure how good that deck is, but Priest, the deck we are going to be talking about today, has by far been the most popular deck since the update, and honestly, you're starting to see Zarimi Priest's power kind of decrease a little bit. If we take a look at the HSReplay tier list at Diamond through Legend, you will see decks like Menagerie Paladin, Zerg Token Hunter, Fishing Priest, which is just Menagerie Priest, by the way, Menagerie Death Knight. There's a lot of Menagerie decks, and honestly, I really don't think they're that good once you hit Legend. These seem like the typical type of aggro curve decks where if they just do their thing uncontested, they are going to absolutely win at the Diamond ranks. But if you take a look at the top 1000 ranks, it is a completely different metagame. Case in point, Zarimi is sitting at a tier 2 at Diamond through Legend, so it's absolutely a fantastic deck that you could play if you want to try and go to Legend. However, in Legend, it starts to get a little bit worse because you have decks like Control Blood DK, that's what this deck is right here, Control Blood Leech DK, Protoss Rogue, which is the best tempo deck in the game, Zerg Token Hunter, which is the best scam deck in the game, and somehow Menagerie Paladin's finding its way at top 1000 Legend. I don't really trust these stats because I have not seen it almost at all on HS Guru, which we'll be taking a look here in a second, but to just find where Zarimi Priest is at top 1000 Legend, it's sitting around tier 3 at the top of tier 3, almost at a 50% exact win rate. So it's a good deck, it's a pretty decent deck, especially at all ranks, so if you want to play this and try to go for the highest rank possible, I would recommend it, but just keep in mind, this deck is literally the most popular deck on the ladder right now as people are trying to figure out, with all the madness going on, what is the best deck to play. Because we actually are seeing a lot of diverse archetypes at this rank right now, and I'm actually kind of excited to go on stream and test some of this stuff out, but if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a lot of this stuff is absolutely bait. So if we take a look at Diamond through Legend, you will notice that Zarimi Priest, Tree Paladin, and now Suck Blood DK are becoming the most popular decks on your way to top Legend, but you also still have to worry about the Imbue Hunters, the Protoss Rogues, the Protoss Mages, and now Imbue Druid seems to be getting some decent footing in this meta. But if you take a look at top 1000, it's really starting to show the picture of what exactly is going on here with the archetypes that are very much worth it. Protoss Rogue went from like a 60% win rate to a 55% because Blood DK absolutely loves this matchup and has probably been giving Rogue players a little bit of a hard time. I love to see Rogue players struggle a little bit, especially when it's this obvious how good the deck is. However, if we were to, change the amount of minimum games to see the amount of archetypes that are actually seeing play and having success at top Legend, we are starting to see the emergence of Location Warlock, Ashamain Rogue, Pirate Rogue, Menagerie Demon Hunter, Pain Priest, Pirate Demon Hunter. Oh my god, the more I look, the more I'm gonna cry, dude. Like, at least Suck DK, we will be having a video about this in the next coming day or two. I already have the idea plan. I just need to get the games in order to show you guys what I like about this deck and what I don't like about it. But to continue on the list, we have Protoss Rogue, Starship Rogue. I love seeing this deck come back, honestly. And then we have Hand Buff Hunter. That's right, this deck's coming back, and it's just as dumb as you think it would be. But looking at, the win rate, Zarimi Priest barely cracking a 50% at top 1000 Legend. So let's actually take a look at the deck and let's ask ourselves, why is this deck so popular and why does this deck just seem absolutely unbeatable at Diamond through Legend ranks? This is the version of the deck that I would highly recommend because I've had the best success with this list while playing it myself, and looking at the stats, I really do believe this has the most potential because this deck needs the perfect mix of OTK, tempo, as well as control, which is why you have one repackage in the deck, you have one Shadow Word Ruin in the deck for those very crucial moments in order to remove the board, and having 2 copies of Fly Off the Shelves is very good in order to lock out any early game tempo deck. So if you're going up against like a Menagerie deck, for example, and you know they want to play their Menagerie Jug on turn 5, then play this on turn 4, deny their board, and now they don't have anything to buff anymore. And you can continue to storm the board with your own tempo because this deck really does have the best 1-2 curve, which is Gift Wrapped Whelp as a 3-2 into a Petal Peddler, which can also receive the +1/+1 from the Gift Wrapped Whelp. So you can have a 2-5 that gives your 3-2 a +1/+1, so you have a 2-5 and a 4-3 as early as turn 2. That is just going to absolutely roll so many decks. But just because you don't hit that curve doesn't mean the deck is useless because of these comeback mechanics through these removal spells. You have consistency on your card draw with Scale Replica, as well as the 5-mana Dragon Tormented Dreadwing. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this card was kind of bait putting into Zarimi Priest at first, until you realize how good the cycle is. And one of my favorite synergies with this deck actually happens with Nightmare Lord Zavis, where you can give that dragon the Death Rattle Reborn, or you can give it Reborn, so that way it comes back with full enchantments, and you could potentially draw 4 dragons off this one card. It feels very good to play this card with a curve, because if you have the Green Wing and then it dies, and then you play this and then it dies, you can potentially draw the dragons from your deck, give you even more board, and now you have even more cycle. But the main combo, the main reason why this deck is so ridiculously powered is because of Gnarlex. Right now, I have only seen 2 classes mess with this card, and it is Rogue and Priest. We'll talk about the Rogue deck here in a future video if I can get some clips with it. It actually looks very spicy. It runs Eudora and Maestro. Ooh, I can't wait to talk about that deck. But Gnarlex in Priest, oh good lord. There's only one way that this card is being played. It is being played alongside Ysera, alongside your Briarspawn Drakes, and then you can play your Zarimi, so that way you are cheating a 7/7, a 4/12, 12 sevens that will attack into the enemy minions, giving more damage, and then you play Zarimi in order to effectively give all these minions charge. And the worst part about this, the Briarspawn Drakes essentially have 3 attacks due to the Zarimi, because they have the attack at the end of the turn where they hit a minion, they deal damage, they get to attack regularly after you get your extra turn, and then if they somehow aren't dead after all of that, they can attack a 3rd time into another minion on your opponent's side of the field. I don't even know what the potential highest damage of this deck is, because I am never going to see a circumstance where my opponent has a bunch of 1/1s, I do this combo, and then they just don't concede. This is the thing about this deck. This deck is, you are dead. Absolutely dead if this happens. There is almost no comeback ability against this, because you're dealing upwards of 70 to almost 100 damage if you pop off this combo against your opponent having minions. And even against a Blood DK, there's only so much they're going to be able to do if you smack them for all this damage. Now, granted, they don't really play a lot of boards. It's easier for a Blood DK to get around this, but the point that I'm trying to make is that there is no deck that is going to be able to out-HP this combo if it actually plays minions. And don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check out the Patreon if you want to support the content directly. I just realized that I forgot to tell you what the mulligan is. The mulligan is exactly what you think it is. You want to keep Gift Wrapped Whelp, you want to keep Petal Peddler. Every now and again, maybe you can keep an AoE if you're worried about, like, you know, getting overrun by a tempo-based deck. But essentially, this is a deck that wants to value its own tempo, and if you can't get tempo yourself, you gotta remove it from your opponent. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. Protoss Rogue is dumb, the deck plays it for you. Protoss Rogue has a lot more depth than you think it does. And that's why top Legend players are able to have a 60% win rate with it, while everyone else can't have that high of a win rate. You think it's brainless until you actually look at all the possible plays, and then you realize the easy play is not the best play for Rogue. Rayla Imbue Mage? Are you a puppet from Celestalon? He's the only person that I've heard talk about Rayla. I'm not sold on it, to be honest. Rayla, or even the Imbue hero power is not what this meta would benefit from. Or top Legend, at least. Top Legend is just, it wouldn't be that good. Yeah, Tangent is speaking the truth right now. A lot of people will call Protoss Rogue a brainless deck, and then they'll immediately misplay that throws the line, and they won't even realize it. Like, I literally had this moment earlier when playing Protoss Rogue. Like, I had a line where I could have gone for 1 mana Scoundrel into 1 mana Sonya, and then play the Twisted Web Weavers. I had 2 of them in my hand, and they're both 1 mana, which means I could play 1, get 1 back into my hand, play the second, get another one in my hand at 0 mana, draw 1 card, play the second one, draw 2 cards, play the fourth one, draw 3 cards. But I didn't see that in the moment, and I made a dumb play, and it ended up throwing the game for me. And then when I looked back at the replay, I was like, wait a minute, I could have done that. And a lot of people, when they're playing Rogue, do not think like that. They are curve players that are thinking that, oh, I have to do the 1, 2, 3, 4 curve because that's what's good, and that's not how you play Rogue. Rogue, at times, you have to focus on out-tempoing your opponent in the moment. And if you're not doing that, you're not playing Rogue correctly, which is also the reason why it's the hardest class to play. Someone's been watching Jay Alexander. Exactly, dude. It's amazing what happens when you go to church. You learn some very valuable lessons. I would not want to do that. I would not want to run over planner in this deck. Like this, that just sounds like you're planning for failure, you know? Like this deck's already good enough. Like coming back is kind of difficult. To make sure that you get Zarimi, Narlex, and Ysera? No, but it doesn't guarantee it though. That's not, I mean, what if you miss it? Then your next 3 draws are bad. It's better just to focus on, I mean, scale replica and this. Like this draws everything that you need. So we draw the dragons out of the deck. We could do this into this and just keep this alive. I don't want to overcommit, which is why I'm not playing this, because he would just Corpse Explosion. So let's do this to try and find Zarimi. This could find Zarimi later. What's our next turn? Our next turn could look like this, this, this. Ysera in hand seems a little bit too soon, considering that this can still draw dragons. Alright, we're using our brain, chat. We're actually using our brain. We're not losing unless it's absolutely unwinnable. It could just not be okay to play. I don't like how it works. I mean, what do you mean? It's a card that that rewards you for remembering things that happened in the game. Like, that's a good thing. You're spectating, and I thought the game, I thought I played the game itself, and then I figured out it was spectate and made a joke about the oh, I see. Okay, so you were making a, okay, guys, please, you gotta be obvious if you're making a joke. I really hate it when I respond to a joke, no, and you made the comment knowing that it was a joke, and then I completely ruined the joke by not reacting to it, thinking that it's a real comment, because it's something people would say. So don't worry about it, man. Yeah, no need to apologize. It's just, if you want a joke, you gotta make it obvious that's a joke. That's why emotes exist. I have no problem with that, but God forbid I do what I just did. Fly off the shelves. Him having a board is actually good for me, to an extent. I think I'm actually gonna do it this way. If he clears, I get draw, and that's lovely. Then kills this, I get the potential of drawing these. Oh my god, he's ramping! That's a nutty dark gift, -2, -2. Okay, that's not good. Oh, what you're saying is that it sucks that the spider's in the deck because it's not about the spider, it's about everything. I get what you mean, dude. It's kind of like what happened with Field Contact. I mean, Field Contact immediately made Garrote Rogue the best deck in the game, and like, it wasn't really because of Field Contact, it was because of Garrote. You could argue the other way around, but it just really sucked to go up against that deck at times. Also, he is playing very well at not giving me the value off this thing. Because I have to do this. Nice, okay. Got a boob. It's never boob. Just risking it, I guess. Okay, we got the Zarimi. Let's not make it obvious. Dude, again? Oh my lord, why does this keep happening to me? It's taunting me from earlier, dude. Alright. Now all we really need is just Ysera, and I think we can win even without Ysera. Using WoW songs is so smart, they're so good. Dude, the great thing about the WoW tracks is that it kind of helps me lock in. Like, there's some music that would be distracting if you're playing Hearthstone too, but like, this is just perfect background music. I feel like it's also just, it really helps set the mood. Like, you're in a battle right now. This is a battle of life and death. My hero hasn't blown up yet. I have to kill them. I feel like Thief Row because it forces you to adapt to the situation. I randomly generate like 3 repackages. I guess I'm not killing all the Armored Demon Hunter's minions, just repackaging everything he plays and milling packages out of his deck. That's the skill behind Thief Row, using the tools that you were given at the right moment. It takes a lot. It has a lot of skill expression, but it also has, you know, randomness expression. So a lot of random shit can happen. Okay, is this lethal? I imagine this could be lethal if I get Ysera. So fingers crossed. And there she is. All right. So you want, this is why this combo is disgusting. We're not doing maximum damage, but we are doing a metric ass ton of damage. So here we go. Let's see if bro sticks around. It's not misplay. We're not misplaying. We are not misplaying. Now these minions are going to attack. Oh my god, and dude, oh my, this is how degenerate this combo is, dude. He's not, okay, so this would attack, excess damage, and we have all of these 12s. We could potentially even Vol'jin another 12, and then if he even has a minion left over, the 12s can attack again. Like, that's like over like 70, like 80 damage at that point. I don't even know the maximum damage on this deck, because I always concede. I literally always concede before this happens, and I don't want to find out. It's 80 plus, I mean, there you go. It's pretty disgusting when this deck max damages, dude. I despise it. That's the max combo right there, dude. There you go. I did it. Let's see if I can actually have a good curve with this deck, though. I hate this class. I'm telling you, man, you never want Priest to be #1. And that's what we did. We made Priest #1, not necessarily in power, but in popularity. So, you can't say I didn't warn you. If he has a bunch of 1/1s, you could push 120 damage. Oh man, bro did the math. Is that with Vol'jin, by the way? Is that also including Vol'jin? I'm okay with this deck, but not Zarimi giving your dragons charge. I mean... Okay, I actually have a shot at not dying immediately. We need to keep this minion around. Leroy would force minions on the opponent's side. Yeah, at least. Thanks, Leroy. Alright, I feel like I'm actually gonna have to wait here and then do this into this. And then we have this on curve. We can maybe play this if he starts making bigger minions.
Clark HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Yeah, look at that. Unfortunate. Now we guarantee the value. Getting a trade in hero powering maybe could have been fine, but I don't know. This just seemed correct. With the optimal dark give, you could probably get 150. Dude, it is actually insane. Yeah, if you somehow have like Wind Fury on a Briarspawn Drake, that is a very good point. I don't even know what the maximum potential of this deck is. It's just, and you'll never find out because people will always just concede against it. So it's like, if you get lucky enough to find an opponent that lets you do it, then let me know. Because as of right now, I have not seen it happen. So let's just go ahead and do this. So we can play this and then maybe play Replica. Ooh, wait a minute. That's kind of nutty. That's actually really good in order to get more draws. I'm not gonna attack with the dragon. Does it really matter if you do 60 damage or 80 damage? No, but it's at least nice to know why you can call the deck stupid, because it's like theoretically the deck can deal 100+ damage in the right circumstances. And once that happens to someone, where it's like, imagine you give your kid the iPad, and they go up against a Dragon Priest, and they deal over 80 damage to your son. What would you do then? Now do you understand the problem? We can't let these priests keep getting away with it. We can't let them, you know, keep doing this to our kids. It's always the priests. Take an extra turn, but the enemy hero is immune. How can you pull so much damage? Because the Briar Spawn Drakes essentially have, like, you know, like 3 attacks that can happen theoretically if there's a bunch of 1/1s. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it like this way, but it's not enough. So I guess we gotta do this then. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it does it 5 times. Oh, dude, that's just enough, actually. Wait a minute. All right, we have a chance, boys. Let's come on back. Surgeon for 0 mana. That's pretty OP. What do you mean chance? Aren't you turbo win? I mean, now I'm turbo winning. I mean, earlier I was a little bit in a rough spot. But now we've definitely rounded that corner, so to speak. Now we've definitely rounded that corner. My God. We have enough dragons. All we have to do now is just draw the Zarimi. And I can hide behind a taunt. I can hide behind taunt and play Vol'jin. Oh, this is disgusting, dude. Alright, all we need is Zarimi and it's GG. Well, okay. That's kind of just how this goes, right? And GG. I remember, like, back in the day, like, everyone kept asking me, like, why is aggro paladin not good? Why are all these other aggro decks not good? And it's like, well, because Thief and Wild Pawn No Rogue exists. It's like that one singular deck absolutely destroys everything around it. I'm happy not playing Rogue. My rank is fine. See, it's crazy, Tic Tac. It's amazing what happens when you actually use your brain instead and actually make your own answers. I find that very, you know, rare. Not a lot of Hearthstone players do that, so keep that up, dude. Like, seriously. Cause look at me. Look at how far my goat has fallen. I'm playing Zarimi Priest. Not because I want to. Playing this cursed deck because I have no option. Boom. Maximum damage. This deck is just dude, this 47 damage plus everything else I did. Like, my lord. This deck is just so unfair. Ugh. I'm giving it one more game. I'm giving it one more game to prove a point. Dirty Rat counters this deck. I mean, if you hit the Zarimi. This is a minion-based deck. I mean, Dirty Rat's not the end-all, be-all. And then you could still high-roll a victory by playing Gnarlex into the Drakes. You have several win conditions. Because, like, in this matchup, like, you would think you want to keep the dragon, right? No, I want curve. I want 1 into 2. If I get the 1 into 2 in the mirror, I am in control. But we absolutely did not get that because of course we didn't. Maybe I could top deck a 1, you know? There is a chance. I have 4 of them in my deck, by the way. Oh, it's so heartbreaking how awful my RNG can be. Hearthstone is like a Hydra. You cut off one head and then a new one will grow. Dude, also my opponent, really good. That's exactly how we got Shopper Rogue. That's exactly how Shopper Demon Hunter. That's exactly how we got Shopper Demon Hunter. We nerfed Handbuff Paladin. Handbuff Paladin was still kind of good, but then that deck became the best deck of the game. Shopper Demon Hunter all over the place. All right, gonna go with the Peddler. This game is pretty much lost. There's a way. If I would have kept off the shelves, I maybe could have come back here. This is the curve. I mean, he's doing the dream. This is exactly what I wanted, but my opponent's skill diffing me. Oh boy. Oh man. This is like night and day difference, dude. The curve versus the patches. Yeah, he's actually living the Emerald Dream right now. Ha. I gotta start using that. My nerf to Zarimi would be if you summon 8 dragons this game, Blizzard sends you a real physical cookie. Good job. That'd be a lot of cookies they'd have to make. I mean, shit, dude, I'm gonna bankrupt Blizzard just because they have to keep giving me cookies. Oh, my lord. Oh, my God. How much worse can this get? Let's find out, brother. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. This is how Blizzard wants me to respond to bad RNG, right? I have to celebrate it. Yes. Yes, let's celebrate, guys. We're doing it. All right, hold on. I have a play. Thank the Lord, we have a play. All right, the old switcheroo. What if we somehow win this game? Can you? Would you believe that? Rekvam lineup. I saw that he won. I read the tweet that he farmed Zarimi Priest, but I did not peek at the lineup. So I didn't see. I saw that he won, but I didn't see the lineup. I mean, believe it or not, the game is not lost. In fact, I have an idea. Maybe this is a genius play, maybe this is a throw play, but I have repackage. I'm actually thinking triple dragon here. I'm like unironically thinking triple dragon. We trade into this. He doesn't have that many minions on the field. If we hit a 1-drop dragon, then it's really good. I don't know, dude. I feel like desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm doing it. I'm trusting my gut. Because, like, what else am I gonna do? Play 1-drop pass? Like, it doesn't feel right. Okay, all right, that's good. That's actually really good. Like, hold on a minute. We have a chance now. Hold the phone. Repackage into double 4/5s. Try to make Amalgam Thorn Warlock work. It's hard to pull off the combo. It's insanely difficult. Yeah, dude, I saw Blyze ended up throwing a lot of his rank playing that Warlock deck. Even he is having difficulties with the deck. I really don't know how you consistently pull that off. It feels like the reward, the risk reward for that deck being competitive at least seems not worth the effort. At least not right now. We want the scale replica because it can give us a chance of hitting Zarimi. And then we can potentially just come back. Get fly off the shelves. It's not worth it. We just get the scale replica.
My God, how does he do it? Clark HELLSCREAM.
Dare I say we have a chance? You want the Giga High Roll Infinite Thorn combo? So you want to break the game so it ends in a tie? So you want to go through all the effort of winning the game without actually winning the game? That's what I'm hearing. All right, dude, very slow. Oh, wait a minute, the Ysera's still in the deck. You have to summon 8 dragons. The portals pulling from the deck don't count. They do not count towards the Zarimi. We have a Hail Mary play if we need to go for it, but we're also in territory of our opponent doing the exact same thing. 33% chance to draw Zarimi. Yeah, it's that. And honestly, if I were to hit that, like,
my god.
We honestly could YOLO it.
Lark,
Would this be this actually might be the game where YOLOing it might be the best thing possible. Because I mean, oh dude, hold on a minute. Do we ever just YOLO it? Oh my god, do I ever YOLO it? Why did I get angry? Because I lost the video game. The worst thing ever imaginable to a human. All right, chat, do we believe? I want to do this just to prove a point that I can get lucky. I don't know why, but my gut is telling me we have to do this. Do it for the clip. All right, I'm doing it for the clip. YouTube, this is for you. Maybe he just concedes. There's also that line. I am so good! Wait a minute. I am actually so bad. We don't have enough dragons. Oh my god. Fuck! Oh man! Of course the one time I get lucky. Of course the one time. I just assumed it was enough. I didn't count. I just assumed it was enough. Christ. Oh, I hate this deck. Hearthstone players can't count confirmed. I didn't even know. I think I still win. I still win, dude. No. No, don't give me the victory game. Oh my god. I don't deserve it. I do not deserve this. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most undeserved win in all of Hearthstone history. I will be taking no questions after this game. I am going to retire. I am the best player that has ever existed. It's never even close. Keep in mind, we actually had the worst starting hand possible. So, I mean, make of that what you will. I won the game. That's all that I'm hearing. I won the game, dude. A win's a win, exactly. I played so well, dude. Yeah, remember what I said? Imagine if I win this game? Unbelievable, dude. He had the perfect curve.